welcome to this SUPboarder review where we are taking a look at the Eisbach Riders river fin specially designed for stand-up paddling. Now we're doing this review a little bit differently today because we took these fins and we gave it to one of our testers, Jonny, who paddles a lot of rivers and has a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience paddling with river fins and also touring fins and other types of fins as well. So he was really able to use this fin in a bunch of different rivers, a lot of different conditions, and compare it to some of the other fins he's been using. So some really great insights from Jonny. We're going to hear from him right now. Let's hand it over to Jonny.
Hi guys, Jonny here. A couple of months ago, the SUPboarder team asked if I would give the new Eisbach Riders Flexi River Fin a test, and I love my river fins, so I said absolutely. So we got it sent over and I took it out on a few different rivers, a few different length paddles, and I tried it on both my 1426 Airline, which I've done a lot of paddling on in all different conditions, and my Takini Sun touring board 11.6 by 29, which is what I tend to use nowadays for tight overgrown rivers or just for messing about on. But gave it a really good test. Let's dive into it. Well, if this is our normal touring fin, this is a river fin. As you can see, it's a lot shorter and very swept back. This one is also flexible. In the UK, a lot of our rivers and obviously all of our canal network has had locks installed. This is to create nice, constant, deep sections of water where you're never going to really need anything more than a touring fin. But thankfully, we still have a few natural rivers, the River Wide being a prime example, where there's nothing stopping the flow of the river. So what happens on these rivers is when you come to bends or river islands, the river's pushed up the riverbed and created shallow sections where you get nice fast flowing water as well. A lot of these rivers also have boulders in, sneaky boulders that like to hide just under the surface. And with rivers like these, if you was to use a touring fin and you hit a shallow section or a boulder, there's a very good chance you're just going to stop dead, fly to the front of your board, possibly end up in the water or possibly get hurt, which nobody wants. So we use river fins, and what the river fin does is a lot of the time it might not even touch the bottom or the boulder, or if it does, the nice slope on the fin will let you glance off a boulder or just gently touch the riverbed. Although you tend to know when you get in shallow because your paddle's going to touch it a long time before your fin does, to give you a good warning that it's getting shallow.
And because Eisbach Riders Flexi River Fin is made from plastic, it doesn't chip or crack like fiberglass or carbon fins would. So you get a much more durable fin when it does hit the riverbed.
Both of my boards have US fin boxes, although they are different to each other. My Airline just has your standard one, the fin fitted in there perfectly. My Takini Sun has the new type of fin box that has the captive nut that fins like this do not like to fit in, whereas the Eisbach Riders Flexi Fin fitted perfectly in, no modification. This one's really important because river fins are very well renowned for not being the best at tracking due to their stubby nature, small fins, whether they're flexible or not. They were generally designed for white water boards where you've already got a multiple fin setup and people would just install a center fin to help them get to the next section of white water, and manoeuvrability was always higher on the list than tracking ever is. With the Eisbach Riders fin, they've made it 4.7 inches high, so they've given it a good height, really curvy so it doesn't catch on weed, but they've installed a lot of area in the back, and what this has done is made it a beautifully tracking river fin. to the point where it easily outperforms your standard 9-inch surf shape fin. Not as good at tracking as a touring fin, but the only time I really noticed that was when I was accelerating hard on my paddleboard, and you would notice it go out of track. I think this was more to do with the fact that it's a flexi fin rather than the shape of the fin. But then with that, the maneuverability you get on it was just amazing. You could really kick the back end of the board round. Didn't really notice that I was using a river fin, yet it still keeps that maneuverability. When you was just paddling normally, it did glide really nicely due to its stubby nature. You haven't got the area that the touring fin has got sinking deep into the water, so the glide was really nice. They build most of their fins out of recycled material, which is really great. I've tried a couple of their other fins as well, and the quality is really good. Unfortunately, at this time, due to the flexible nature of this fin, they can't make it out of the recyclable material, but I definitely recommend going onto their website and checking out everything they do, because environmentally they're very inspirational, and really excited to see what they come up with in the future. I miss it because I had to give it back, so I will be buying one to put in my quiver. If you are thinking of doing the Trent 100, if you ride the River Wye, the Dee, top of the Thames, top of the Severn, rivers like that are still natural with shallows or boulders, this fin is perfect for those. If you're riding a river that's heavily weeded, this is a great fin for that as well, because it tends not to catch. It will just slip off with the nice curve, and the fact you're not so deep in the water as well. It's a great fin. I highly recommend it. But thanks for having me. I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.
Jonny, thank you so much for all of those insights and your thoughts for this review of the Eisbach Riders River Fin. It was really great to hear from a knowledgeable person such as yourself, and I really hope that you at home got a great understanding of how you can use this river fin and how it's going to help you on your paddling adventures. Now, I definitely back all of Jonny's thoughts when I was using the fin as well. It definitely tracks really well, and it's just such a great fin to use in the rivers. These fins do retail at 39 British pounds or 40 euros, but do check your local shops for your pricing. Thank you so much for tuning into this SUPboarder review. We look forward to seeing you on another one really soon.